I'm Grumps. I'm not so Grump. And we're the GameGrumps.
Hey guys.
Oh God, yes.
Welcome back to a very chill sesh of the GG.
Yeah, Aaron and I are the most tired we've ever been in our lives.
Yeah.
That's not true. We'll never be more exhausted than Yoshi's cookie.
Oh my God.
We were practically in a fugue state.
That was nuts. I mean, it's not like a tired. Did I clear this? I didn't.
No, you came close.
It's not like
Embarrassing.
Righto. I forgot I named him Rudy.
The Dark Acolyte's like, Jesus, Rudy!
This is a new session, just so you guys are, if you're curious about why I just said that. Yeah, so, as you probably know, this is what, week 3? We're through week 2?
You mean of the
YouTube Red Show?
Oh yeah, we just finished filming week 3.
This is week 3.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, two weeks left, and oh baby. We've got, like, 3 full-time jobs now.
Yeah. So, whoa!
Mixing in with NSP. Who are you?
Shit.
Rieze.
He's from the Shovel Knight.
Stop right there! I gotta know right now, do you love me forever? Do you need me? Reese?
Reese?
The one and only uncle said there's evil stuff going on in here, and when evil's afoot, Reese is on the rise.
Oh no.
Is it rise? Okay.
I don't know. Reese is on the Reese. Childish, you don't belong in this place. Run along before you get hurt. Uh-oh, it's the Enchantress.
Who dares to enchant my tower? Hey lady, my name's Riaz. Are you here to help me beat these guys up?
No.
Oh, ho. Looking for an apprentice of your own, Specter Knight?
He's nobody. He's just a friend. He's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
bullets for me!
A nobody, you say? Well, that just won't do. Let's make something of him, shall we?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, dude.
Damn, Enchantress.
There's some fucking drama going on.
Did she just turn him into...
Oh, no, the darkness.
Whoa, who's he becoming?
I don't know. Dark Reese.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
So potent. Ha! Now this is the kind of feeling I could get used to. Put him up, skinny. Why don't we take my new powers for a spin?
That's what I said after my first time.
What's that?
This is a feeling I could get used to.
Oh, I thought you meant put him up, skinny.
And then I cried.
Yeah, did you cry after your first time?
No.
Cool, me neither in that case.
Definitely not me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm glad you shared your feelings, though.
It was emotional. Can't lie.
Me anytime.
What?
I was just like worried the whole time.
How old were you?
I don't remember. How old was I? I think I was like 20.
Yeah, I was 23, so... For, like, almost 24, so I was at the point where I was just like, get this thing out of me.
It's a demon! Taking over my insides and turning my balls a bluish color.
Yeah. Put a baby in me. God damn it.
Just impregnate me, woman!
What if I actually said
Drop in your seed!
What if I said that to a girl?
She'd be into it.
You think so?
Yeah, she'd be
It's just
into
like,
it.
oh, God, Charlene, fucking put a baby in me. And she'd be like, I don't know if you know how this works. And I'm like, are you not going to be my child's father? She's like, I think we should see other people. I think we should see other people like therapists. Maybe. I'm not ready to have a baby. I can barely have a dog. And I'm just like, put a puppy in me then. Just put
I don't care!
There just something needs to be in me besides this burrito that I had for breakfast.
And then she unleashes like one nip and you're just like, ah!
Splish. Yeah, dude.
And you cry.
I remember the first time I saw a girl's boobs in real life.
Ooh.
I was at a high school party, and another kid, Billy, was getting flashed by like 3 girls, and like they all lifted up their shirts, and I just happened to be in the room at the time, and I was like, wait, hold that thought. Oh, how delightful. I'm impressed, Reese. Perhaps I can find a use for you around here.
Wait, no, not him, me!
That nervous acolyte is certainly unfit to guard this mirror. Take his place if you would.
Aww!
I want to be the mirror guard. Of course, my master. Oh, of course, shit. Can I destroy him? Not too hasty, my child. He can ponder his fate in the dungeon. And you, stop wasting time. Return to the task at hand and do not fail me again.
Oh,
when did you fail?
Yeah, you just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks, dude.
Well then, puppet, out with it.
I'll say ... It did nothing. Okay, cool.
Okay, great.
I am ready. You sure you want to go to the Clockwork Tower? Underling?
I just whooped your ass.
Yeah, I'm like
up and down.
Clear superior.
Left and right, night and day.
Night and day, every way, every day.
Oh, man.
I'm not gay.
True. To some degree. But yeah, that was how it ended. That was the first time I ever saw boobs. So my first experience with boobs was with 6 simultaneous boobs. And let me tell you something. If you thought I was ready to handle that shit, you are sadly mistaken.
Yeah! Were you just like rocking back and forth all night?
I was just like, oh my god, like, what must it be like to be handsome and popular? And yeah. I did not find out until debatably when I was 35.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not all that great. Well, I feel like it's better to be handsome and popular when you're that age, when
people care.
Or
when you care.
When it fucking matters.
Yeah.
Socially.
That's the weird thing, because, like, I mean, you get older and you realize, like, so much of that shit is just in your head anyway. Like, it doesn't even matter how popular you are or how good looking you are to other people. It's like how you perceive yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so you think, or I thought at that age that, like, it would only, it had to be defined by other people, you know, like.
Oh, yeah.
If, like, a girl told me I was hot, then I'm hot, you know? But, like, it's just not, you just don't believe it until, like, you really feel that shit inside. Dude, I'm reading a great book right now. Have you ever heard of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck?
You two were talking about it in the car the other day.
Yes. It is really hilarious and cool. And full of good advice, in my opinion. That's
great. I'd love to take a look at it.
Yeah, take a peek.
Because Lord knows I don't give much of a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
Hence why I get shit done. It's the only way that you can get shit done is if you don't give a fuck. If you're just like... Because if you get...
Well, it's not about... Well, you have to read the book before, like, making judgments about, like, just the title. But it's more about, like, the recognition that you only have so many fucks to give.
Yeah.
And there's too many things that are demanding fucks in our life in society.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to, like, be very, very careful about how to spend your fucks.
You know, that's very true. I've got a situation in my life that I gotta start giving less fucks about.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Not really.
Great. Thanks for bringing it up then.
I'm just giving that like, yeah.
I mean, we all
like
do.
That's appropriate for every situation.
Yeah, we all do. Like, it's so difficult to, like,
this level is like full of clever shit.
Yeah, it is. Actually, also I keep, like, thinking that you're fucking up when you get the skulls, and then I remember, like, oh yeah, you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
You thrive on evil.
You want the skulls.
But this dude, he'll just give you shit no matter who you are. Like, this villain from Shovel Knight.
Oh, yeah.
The welders.
Oh, Tinker Knight?
Tinker Knight, that's it.
Which is an Irish racial slur. Well, it's not a racial slur, it's...
a nationalist slur? I don't even know what you call it.
It's a slur.
Yeah, sure.
It's a thing that belittles other people.
Tinker?
Tinker, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's like
I've never even heard that.
It's like for,
Wait, have I?
Yeah, I think I talked about it before. I think I talked about it on the first step of Shovel Knight we did.
Yeah, you might be right.
It's like a traveler, like a gypsy. Yeah.
Fucking tinkers.
Yeah, exactly. Like Snatch, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a bad, you don't want to say that in Ireland.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's so cute.
Well, I mean, it also refers to, obviously, because of this fucking character, it refers to somebody who tinkers with things.
Yeah. Such a cute word. If I'm gonna be called a slur, I want it to be...
Adorable?
Yeah. Like that Dan, he's such a flibby.
A flibby?
And I'm like, really?
Such a floob dob!
Yeah. A fluber?
You think I'm a flubdab? I'm offended and also adorable.
Whoa! Wow, that really dropped out on you.
Yeah, man, that in particular was pretty stupid. I don't know why I did that, but
this level
it's required more of my brain than most of these other Shovel Knight levels so far.
Yeah.
Which I guess is worthy of the character, Tinker Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Requires a lot of, like, thinking and figuring out and planning.
A lot of tinking.
A lot of tinking.
I'm a tinker, man.
Hey, man.
Hey,
I got some think about it.
Deep tinking.
Deep tissue tinking.
Oh my god. I love the way fucking Islanders talk, man.
You've got to eat a lot of carbs, man.
Whoa,
Fuck.
Again with that nonsense.
Well, that was a mistake.
You're so silly. I just remember, like...
It's deep tinking, man.
I was in Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago.
You were?
Many years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. I fainted, actually. I had an actual fainting spell.
Was it, like a heat stroke?
It was a combination of heat stroke and poor decision-making.
Did you drink a lot?
Yes. I was with... this was, like, in the very, very, like, championship smoking days. You know, when I was a real stoner.
Oh, hence why you were in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Tobago.
I mean, it was just circumstances. Like, I had a friend who lived out there and other friends. But, I mean, we were all very heavy smokers at the time. And, the day we got there, we smoked weed on the way to the airport.
Smoke reefer, man!
Yeah, on the way to the airport, and then, got, like, drinks on the plane, and then, like, landed in Trinidad and Tobago, and then, like... You know, I'm in a hot climate that my body isn't used to.
Right.
And then we met up with these like legit Rasta guys. And they were cool as fuck. They were so nice. But like, of course they're smoking, you know, it's part of their religion.
Yeah.
And,
part of their religion?
Yeah. Ja. Am I getting that right? Apologies to any Rasta. I think they're very against homosexuality, which is less cool, but, like, other than that, they're really, really nice people. And, I don't know, like, it's definitely, like, smoking weed is definitely what brings them closer to God.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's why, like, for a long time it was, they fought hard to, like, legalize it in America, you know, because it's like, dude... You know, if you're gonna have freedom of religion in a country, you gotta let us practice the way we practice.
Yeah, dude. My religion, Aaronism, is all about murder,
vicious masturbation. Oh,
and spreading disease,
obviously,
and unprotected sex.
Anywho, I was talking to these guys, and like, after all this other stuff, and I just remember like that conversation. And they were asking us, like, how we like to smoke, and we were like, we like blunts, and I remember the guy going, like, you like the blunt? You know, like, just like, I get that. And then the next thing I knew, like, everything went white, and I, like, woke up on my butt. And it was, like, a second later, you know, but I, like, completely blanked out, and I just remember them going, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I remember the guy asking me, he was like, you epileptic, man? It was such a weird, like, scenario. But I was like, no, I think I just overdid it. But that was when I guess I just had like a little heat stroke or something.
Yeah.
I dehydrated myself in every possible way.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's some dangerous shit, man.
Yeah, it was really scary.
Heat stroke is no joke.
Heat stroke is no joke!
I was just gonna say, is that your fucking PSA?
Oh, listen up, kids. I've sing for you a song that is very true. Heat stroke is no joke. Heat stroke. Next time on GameGrumps.
I was gonna say, Aaron takes disgusting dumps. Next time on Good GameGrumps.
And then it's like a wide-angle lens right in our face.
Good GameGrumps. Good GameGrumps.
Give it, GameGrumps.
Like the blunt.
I do like the blunt.
Thanks for asking, sir.